Hunters who harvested a deer during the first weekend of hunting season in October were required to stop at this chronic wasting disease check station in Prineville, one of 4 such check stations around the state.
We will take 2 lymph nodes from inside the chin, and we'll take a tooth from the lower jaw for aging, and those will be submitted for testing at a lab right now in Colorado State University.
It takes about 10 minutes for staff to extract the samples, enough time for hunters to recall their success in the field.
My name is Dylan Hagedorn. I'm 14 years old and I just shot my first buck this morning. It's around 7:45 a.m. We see him up on a ridgetop as we were going out. So my dad sets me up, I ready up my 6.5 Grendel. I just look and BAM! My brain is still trying to process that I have actually got some meat for our freezer.
Dylan is right about putting his venison in the freezer, because it will take 3 to 6 weeks for tests to determine if the deer he harvested is infected with chronic wasting disease. Similar mandatory stops and inspections will be required November 4th through 6th during the first weekend of the Rocky Mountain elk season.
We do recommend that if you're submitting your animal for CWD testing, that you might wait till you hear the results. We've been conducting this effort now in Oregon for 25 years to the tune of over 27,000 samples. We have yet to find it in the state of Oregon, which is good news.
Symptoms of chronic wasting disease include loss of balance, drooling, emaciation, or wasting, leading some to refer to sick animals as zombie deer. Most savvy hunters will not harvest a deer in that condition, but the disease doesn't manifest until the last few weeks of an animal's life.
Well, chronic wasting disease, or CWD, scientifically we call it transmissible spongiform encephalopathy. Basically what it is a protein that's a really weird shape. What it does is it builds up in neurologic tissue in the brain, and that abnormal protein lyses or kills the cell. And as it continues to kill brain cells, it actually winds up putting holes in our brain.
Chronic wasting disease is always fatal, and there's no treatment or cure. It was first detected in Colorado and has since spread to deer herds in more than 20 states.
We're working so hard to promote healthy, vigorous populations of white-tailed deer, mule deer, Columbian black-tailed deer, elk in the state. And when you see something like this that comes in, and when you first notice the symptoms where we've seen in other states where this happens, you see it in those bigger, mature animals, and that's the thing, it drives the point home at that point in time.
Chronic wasting disease affects members of the cervid family, such as deer, elk, and moose. It is spread by nose-to-nose contact between animals and through urine, feces, blood, and saliva. The more animals are congregated, the easier it is for the disease to spread.
It's a bigger push last year, beginning last year and this year, because in 2021 the state of Idaho found it less than 25 miles from the border of Oregon along the Snake River. That concerns us. It was a very big jump from the state of Montana to Idaho near our border. We also know from our research and collaring efforts in both states that both deer and elk move back and forth across that river. So we're very concerned about how close it is. That's why we're stepping up our effort. Last year, these check stations actually became mandatory.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends not eating the meat from an animal that tests positive for CWD, even though it's not clear if the disease is transmissible to humans. Oregon takes that precaution a step further by advising hunters not to shoot or handle deer or elk that look sick or are acting strangely.
If a hunter lets us sample an animal that they've harvested and it comes back as positive with chronic wasting disease, we have a number of options where we will help properly dispose of that animal and the carcass. What we don't want is those things going out on the landscape, because the agent that causes chronic wasting disease lasts a long time out there on the landscape, so that's really a bad idea. We'll allow them to properly dispose of it either in a certified landfill that controls leaching and scavengers, or preferred to have it incinerated at like a very high temperature.
The possibility that chronic wasting disease could infect Oregon's deer and elk brings all kinds of uncertainty to these iconic animals everyone so enjoys seeing in the great outdoors.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos from Central Oregon Daily News. And for more news from the high desert, just visit centraloregondaily.com.